Matt and Stacy, Broker Bud here. I wanted to kind of just do a video. I was thinking about everything through the night, and I just want to do a quick screen recording of how I, analyze properties for short-term rentals. There's a piece of software called AirDNA. AirDNA. Okay, you guys feel free to check this out yourself. I have paid for the Prescott area on your behalf. So if you want to use my login, you can do that or whatever. But anyhow, so this is AirDNA, and if you hit AirDNA, the main screen, and you put in Prescott, it gives an overall grade of B, which is really good. I think, well, let's look. Pine. Well, I don't think I'm subscribed to Pine anymore. It'll only give you that if you pay. It's really, this software is expensive. It goes by area and so forth. So anyway, so it's a B. That's a good thing. It shows you rental demand is at 68. Revenue growth has been 11 over the past year. Seasonality, regulation, investability. Okay. It's showing these average daily rate, occupancy rate, revenue, etc. But what I do is I have a map here. Rental growth, there's been some, a steady steady graph of more rentals in the area over the past, 10 years or so. This shows what property managers are in effect. It shows the amenities. The amenities, I'm thinking about the property. In fact, I'm going to kind of probably digress and go look at the property real quickly. But there's no horses here, obviously. And hot tub is something to talk about as well. So this is these are all the active Airbnb and or VRBO properties in the area. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit and go closer to, where your cabin is. Yeah, so up in this area and even over here, I think are comparables. But we'll kind of start fishing around in here, and you hit these buttons, and it shows. Let me find a good one. So this property's been active on Airbnb for almost a year. The average daily rate is 386 a night. It's got 68% occupancy, and these are real numbers based on this property. Okay, it's on Airbnb only. It's 95 grand. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, sleeps 12 people, and they've got 50 5-star reviews. So these guys are managing it correctly. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, and then you can click through to the actual listing. Okay, it's kind of comparable to yours. I'm going to say yours. It's not yours yet, but okay, big TV area, good. Living area, kitchen's good. I can leave these swans. I mean, so these guys are professionally managing it. 3. Okay, look at that. I mean, they got bunk beds, and this is something we need to talk about with yours as well. 1, 2, 3, 4 twins, 5, 6. This is like a big kid room. Awesome. It's a loft. Okay, so this is very rentable. Washer and dryer, boom. Views for sure. No hot tub, small deck. Cheesy barbecue. So that would be one. And I can do this all day long, but if I go to AirDNA and I put in the address, I'm going to keep saying your address because that's a whole goal here. So there's the address. It's showing, 90 grand, $502 average daily rate at a 48% occupancy. This shows kind of how, the income fluctuates by month. Same here, and this breaks it down to monthly. August is slow, and I'm experiencing that with Pine as well. It's all about pricing, obviously, but so this is breaking down to that 90 grand. Now there are comparable properties here, and this one's a rock star. 200. It hasn't even been on for a year. It's got 43% occupancy, which is low, but look at the daily rate. $1,100. Awesome, and they 132 grand. In fact, this one, it's on Airbnb and VRBO. This one, so if you go to incognito mode, Airbnb, yeah, it's on the front page of Airbnb before you even put anything in. I mean, Prescott Pine. Okay, so it kind of knows that I've been looking in the area, I guess, maybe. But anyhow, that's that property, and it's showing $1,000 a night. So that's pretty awesome. Now let's look at that one. On Airbnb. This one, I actually reached out to this guy because I bought my house with a razor, and I would love to offer that to guests, but the liability and the insurance completely negates it. I mean, my insurance agent said it'd be 10 to 12,000 a year to insure a razor that you're renting to people. So I actually reached out to this guy about that. That's a great amenity to have to offer guests, but don't do it. Doesn't work. So this does have a hot tub. This is a fantastic property, needless to say. Yeah, and these guys include that with it, which I don't see how to do that. Views, good deck, okay, kind of a fire pit. This is some sort of game. I think it's like a what do you call it? Escape room type game. They got some bikes, some canoes, hot tub. They got a sauna. That's cool. I mean, this is a competitor to you guys. It's an A+ property, obviously. Killer theater room. Don't even know what that is. You know, little wet bar wine cellar or something. Front door. You know, this is an amazing property, but so is yours. That's an incredible photo. But this is a comparable. We're not going to get $1,000 a night from the beginning, but I think we can work up to pretty close to that over time. And then there's other comparables here. This one's got, you know, so far it's got 80 grand for 280 days, 69% occupancy, 48%. These are the comparable properties that these numbers are based on. And again, and where they're located. So I don't know what else to say here. There's the potential is there. These are absolutely real. In fact, I look at this as the absolute minimum that we could do with your property. Okay, so let's jump over to the spreadsheet that I did for you. Again, I sent this to you via email. You can tweak it and enter it. It's all calculated, so you can just make changes as you wish. So I mean, 1650. I think that's, you know, worst case scenario. What we could get the place for, including all the furniture. And there's going to be a lot of conversation about furniture. What's going to stay, what's not going to stay. They definitely wanted to exclude some things, as we know, and so forth and so on. So again, I think I have line items for remodel, setup fee, furnishings, etc. You can use them for whatever you want, but upfront expenses. So like I would recommend a hot tub, you know, maybe 12 grand for that. Furnishings, you know, we might convert half of the garage into a game room, pool table, ping pong table, darts, you know, whatever, stuff like that. We're gonna need some extra beds, so forth and so on. So you know, and I'll just add 25 grand for that. This is approximate. So we're looking at, you know, 400 grand in on the deal. The debt service, I don't know what you guys talked with Laura about rates, but 7 3/8, maybe it's 7.5. I don't know. Whether if you're buying it primary, it's probably a little less, which is good. So forth and so on. Loan amount, principal, interest, taxes, insurance, HOA. There's no HOA. So there's your debt service monthly, and that carries over to here. Again, based on these numbers, which again is to me that this is a worst case scenario, and I just trust me on that, because this is pulling off of all the properties in the area, right? And most properties are mismanaged. So I know I can do better than this. But for the sake of this spreadsheet, just to offset your monthly nut, 502 a night, 65% occupancy, we could always hit that. It's 120 grand income, and that's gross income. But that's good. It's going to offset you quite a bit. In fact, the expenses are about 130, so you're about 24 grand negative on the year. So it'd be costing you, say, 20 to 30 grand to carry the property for the entire year, with all things said and done, including cleaning fees. I'm ballparking that's $300 a month on average, 4 times a month, maybe 5. You know, it is what it is. And that's 100% to you. This spreadsheet set up so I could partner. I have a management fee in here if there's any management involved. You know, typically it's 25%, 20 to 30%. So that's gonna, you'd be 60 grand to carry the property for the year. I definitely recommend you do it yourself. I will help you. We could talk about me, managing it for a year for 10% or something cheaper, or maybe 10% till I hit 100 grand, right? Or 120 grand, and then a bigger cut after that. I don't know. It's open for discussion, but this is a spreadsheet to kind of show you what your monthly, how much Airbnb will offset your monthly carrying costs. I hope that helps. This is really how I analyze properties. To show you another, in fact, I don't think Laura would mind, but Laura, the lender, is looking at this one in Pine. So for her and her husband, this is the calendar for mine for the first month, July. Pretty happy with that. Yeah, we talked about that. Well, I don't have hers up, but I'm analyzing this one for Laura, and that's here. Again, same thing to offset what they're buying. Thanks for watching this. I hope you guys can stop for a minute or two and watch this, and hope it makes sense to you. Maybe we should sit down together if you guys want. I can show you this in person. We can have dinner or something. That'd be great. That's it for now. Have an amazing day. Shoot me some questions. Talk to you later. Real quick, you guys, I wanted to go through the property itself. So here's the home, right? I would recommend a hot tub. I think where we were sitting, well, whatever, I'll go through. Front door, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. In here, we might do some sort of sleeper sofa. Somewhere in here. This is really nice. We could maybe not do that, but it's an idea. We always want to incorporate as many sleeping, as many beds as possible. There might be room over here too for a sleeper sofa. Okay. They definitely want to keep those bar stools. I'm not sure why, but you need to replace those with something similar. Dining's fine. This master, you're not supposed to call it the master anymore. It's the primary bedroom. I'd love to put something here like, I know it's a little, I'd love a Murphy bed. A Murphy bed would be great here, because then it can be just just the primary bedroom, or kids could sleep in there too, a couple extra people. Maybe a sleeper sofa too. That's not a bad idea. So there's that. This is just gorgeous. Love that bed. It's good. That bed frame sucks. I'd probably put something else in there. Just the bed frame. Yeah, this area we would add beds. I would want to keep the workstation somehow, because that's a thing. People want that. We might put that somewhere else, but I would use this bed as a bedroom as well. Maybe bunk beds, maybe a queen and bunk bed, something like that. Here we might squeeze something over here by your favorite chain, bunk beds there, or what do they call it, a pull-out bed. Anyway, another bunk bed type thing there, or maybe two twin mattresses, one on each side, something there. Um, Hot tub would go good here, maybe. Well, it would, but I like hot tubs with a view so they can look up at the stars. Here we could talk quite a bit about what to do, because I mean a garage is a garage. It's great to have, and honestly, you want a garage for when you live there, but in reality, for guests, you could convert it into a game room or something pretty awesome, and just park in the driveway. In fact, our place in Pine, I kind of got over that too. I'll park in the driveway too if they can utilize that room. I mean, it could be a weight room, it could be a yoga room. I mean, there's all sorts of options. This is fantastic. A hot tub over here might work. Yeah, and placing a hot tub is relative to where the circuit board is. I think there's power over here, so this might be a really good spot for a hot tub. You don't want to spend $1 million for the electrician to run the wiring for the hot tub. There's another good view. So yeah, that would be a good spot for a hot tub with a view of the pines. Um, I don't know if you can do anything with this space. It's a nice spot to park a Razor if they bring one, but not really. Okay, so it's all good. It's all good. This is the niche for sure. I mean, we need to, I would market like crazy to people with horses. And people, if they bring their horses, they're going to stay a while, a week or two, right? I think this is the best spot for a hot tub, but we'd have to kind of get an estimate of how to run the electricity and how far it is and how much it would cost. Okay. Okay, so that's just a quick couple ideas about the property itself. Talk to you soon.